Welcome back. It's not really that nice out. I know I've been away for a second, but we're back with the V-Strom to do some more mods. I also got a 360 camera. That's cool. So we're gonna work on this thing again. What did we do last time? I don't even remember. Pegs, shifter relocation, and the peg drop kit. If you remember all that, if not, you know, somewhere down there. But so today, upside down, bark busters. I bought the real thing. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'll have to go get it in a second. And this is the light bar kit. These are the lights. Come with some amber lenses, the bar itself, wiring harness. I'm going to try using these piggyback spade connectors to get a switch source. And I got something just to show you, which I'll probably talk about more in a different video, but I'll show it to you today. It's like a really cheap CarPlay adapter that I'm going to just try out for the bike to get GPS without spending like way too much money on a GPS. So anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so I think first what we're going to do here is, like we said, bark busters. So these are really replacing what this is. So this is the OEM like handguard thingy that you can get from Suzuki. But basically it would go over the lever. It replaces this bolt. And then this is the space in the OEM bar weights. That would like just kind of click there. Now, pros, pretty good wind protection, lightweight because there's nothing other than a piece of plastic. It's OEM, so you know it's going to fit, and fairly cheap, I guess, in comparison to the what I'm going to call the real thing. So the bark busters, though, have this aluminum backbone thing that, as you'll see in a sec, comes out and around the lever and attaches to the bar here. And then you have the plastic piece that goes on for the wind protection. That's what this is. And in Barkbuster land, these are Stroms. Kind of seem like the most like touring and also one of the least like motocross. I don't want, dare I say motocross, dirt bike looking ones. Looked a little more OEM. Maybe that's the best way to put it. It looked the most OEM. Definitely be stronger when I drop this thing on dirt. Hopefully just dirt. It's just going to be, I think, a little bit nicer. Those should be a pretty quick install. Should just really kind of clamp onto the bar here, and I believe attached right here at the end. So I am going to get to that first. And then we'll do the light bar. We're going to have to kind of snake a wire through. There's already one snuck through, so I'm wondering if we can kind of try and follow. Sorry, I'm not really showing you what I'm talking about. Then we're going to snake a wire. I'm actually hoping to utilize this for the CarPlay adapter, but we got to get a wire through into the battery under the seat. So we'll have to take the seat off. I'll show you that. But anyway, let's do the bark busters first. I'm going to stop rambling at you, and let's get these V-Strom mods on the way. Once again, we're really just trying to get this thing adventure ready for a trip I have planned and now reserved out for campgrounds to the UP of Michigan over Memorial Day, or around Memorial Day. So look out for that. That's going to be coming, and going to do a whole video on that, maybe a couple different parts to it. Going to utilize the new 360 camera, utilize the GoPro. I lived up there for about 6 years, so I have some spots I want to check out. And I'm also going to a couple places I haven't been to before, so that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's get these bark busters on and move on to the light bar kit after that. Apparently that's the orientation that you want. Up. Alright, so since this kit is kind of a universal kit, they want you to use these like metal spacers, but they don't really fit into the bars and it's going to space out the end like in a weird way, I think. But I'm going to look into that again quick. But I'm thinking of using this rubber spacer instead on here because this actually will fit into the bar, and then it will kind of suck this in, expand out into the bar instead of just being there. You're probably risking a little more stress onto the actual screw is my guess, instead of having it be forced onto the spacer. But it's not going to fit into the bar end without a lot of modification. I don't know if these bars are not stock. I did not own this bike since new, so maybe these are a slightly thinner bar than what normally come on them, or at least at the end. So anyway, just wanted to show you that's something I'm going to do. If you have an XT, this is an XT, so that might also be the difference versus just the regular V-Strom 650. That took me a second. I think I got it where I want it. Now, took a little trial and error, so just take a gander, kind of how that comes together. I have it about in line with the clutch handle. Just in case you want to do this to yours, I don't know. That seems to be a good spot to me. If you take the cover, point a little down, but I think that's okay. I actually believe I need to kind of rock my bars back a little bit. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to put them for now. So I'm going to quickly do the other side as well, since now I kind of know what I need to do. And we will knock this out. So, got the other side on now. Got the same thing. Kind of want to shoot them under your wires and your control surfaces or whatever you want to call them. Anyway, and then I do still want to reach out to them because I really feel like I should have gotten another piece for each side, but I only got enough to do one on each side of these clamper things. But it does have this screw on the front. I mean, I'm not saying they feel bad, that's for sure, but I do need to adjust that guy to make sure my throttle doesn't stick. It's not a screwdriver, but just wanted to show you kind of finishing product that we have. Make sure your throttle is good. Alright, those are going to be very nice. So we are going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to reset. I'll show you the light bar kit one more time, kind of just walk you through the install process. Okay, so a couple of things. I think these are supposed to come with connectors on them because there's these nice weather tight connectors on the harness, but not on the lights. Fortunately, I have a kit that I believe has the right connector in it. So I'm going to pin those out quick. Maybe show you that real fast. So then I can connect to these guys. Fuse goes to the battery. That's why I need to run the battery. This is the switch source line, I believe, for the relay, which will mount somewhere up in the fairing. And then this is the switch that will go, I believe it goes up by the clutch handle on that mirror mount. So first things first, let's get that done. But I believe this guy sits up in here. Sits up in here like that, I believe. I do believe. I'll double check on my instructions, but that's the only place that even makes sense looking at everything. So we're going to get to wiring these up quick, I'll just show you a quick tutorial on how to do that. And then we will get the bar on and we'll have to run our wiring. Oh, no, guys, I'm really dumb. There was a connector attached. Anyway, I don't need to do that, though I did have the right piece to do it there. So one day I'll show you guys how to do that kind of stuff. I did a little bit on the brake light video I did for the top case. If you want to go back and find that, I'll try to link it somewhere. I don't know, you know. But I was just looking at this, but there is actually already a connection there. So we'll back up, scratch that, we'll do that. You know the drill. Lights are mounted now. I did have to drill up the mounting hole. I'll be honest, I thought I saw something on the Strom Trooper forum page talking about that, but I think that's how they're gonna mount. I put the yellow caps on, the amber caps on. I think they look kind of cool. We'll just leave them on there for now. They're just like a rubber piece, but they're pretty tight. But the question will be is will they stay tight, I guess, is the question there. So we gotta do the actual hard part. That was probably the easy part. We gotta run the wiring now, so that might take me a minute. A lot of zip ties, some more time lapse to get that to the point where we're gonna hook it up. I'll show you actually hooking it up. We'll put the switch on and hopefully, so we gotta see. I think the horn is on this side. I don't know. Somewhere in here is the horn. And I believe we can use that as a switch source. So you need a switch source just for the activating the relays. So switch source meaning when you turn the ignition on, it will come on with the ignition. And I'm going to probably use, that's what I was looking for, use these piggyback spade connectors. I'll show you a little closer once I actually find it, if I can show you it. But this is going to allow me to not only have the horn hooked up, but to hook up this to the same connection. The positive side of the horn should be positive all the time when the key is on. When you hit the horn button, it is connecting ground, which then causes the horn to go off. So I'll figure out which side's positive, and I believe I'm going to use that as my switch source. Hopefully that works. So really all we need to do is get this thing in place and the connections back to the battery and hooked up. show you guys quick. The orange wire is positive with ignition. I'm going to double check that it's not positive all the time, but I don't think it is. And then blue is ground. So now we're piggybacking off of this. I'm going to tidy up that yellow wire that goes back up to the switch, which is mounted over here now. That's the best spot I felt like I could get it for now. It doesn't interfere with anything when I'm turning the bars either, so don't worry about that. So yeah, it's not the best spot, but I think we can make it work. So we will now get the rest of the wiring harness situated and zip tied, and then we'll show you the connection over here. And then I think we will be good to go. All right. Finally, it's all connected. I kind of gotta still, I don't really like exactly where I got it, but add a couple zip ties, maybe. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I think I can pull a little more through, zip tie there. Make sure this is all just sitting in a decent spot, but we're connected, trickle charger's going. Just to show you quick. Not on. They're very bright, which is awesome. And I'm going to have to aim them. But turn those off. So that is very good. We got it all wired up now. So trickle charger's going. We got the switch. It's not going to interfere with anything. We now have the bark busters on. Might just have to do a little bit of adjustments to get them at the right angles of the dangles. Gonna have to also, next time I ride it, figure out how I want those to be aimed, because right now they're kind of, I'm sure, just aimed off into random directions. I can talk. I think that's everything I was going to add to the bike. We're going to let it sit on the trickle charger for a bit because it has not been on there for a minute. But before we end this video, I've been doing this for a while. So that took me a minute to get it all in the places I want. I'm going to double check it over. I want to wrap this yellow wire a little more with the special tape I have. Kind of finish that off. Maybe a couple more zip ties, but everything seems to be in a good spot. Not rubbing. I got a couple zip ties I need to cut. The tail's off of still, but we are pretty much there. This other wire, if you've noticed, goes up to a plug here. And I didn't know this was over here. Maybe I did and I forgot, but there's a freaking outlet right here. That's really nice. So I got to remember that. But there was one more thing I wanted to show you. This could be a waste of money, or it could be the next best thing. But this is a CarPlay screen. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this today. Sorry, you're probably like right on me. I'm not going to go in like full detail of this today, but I kind of just wanted to plug it into the bike and see what it did, just to kind of get an idea if it's worth it or not, so I can return it if I can. Because a GPS is pretty expensive, not going to lie. The only ones worth their salt, it seems, are the Garmin's, and I'm not buying one, so you don't take that as an endorsement necessarily. So this thing is significantly cheaper. There's a million different kinds of them. There's some that are more expensive. There's some that are not, but this is possibly a solution to that. So I'm just going to hook it up quick to the bike and let it boot up and just kind of get an idea what it looks like. But we'll talk about this in another video. So that's going to come, I think for right now, probably just try to mount it like right in here below the dash, but they do make mounts that would mount it like right there, and that'd be pretty neat. So if I like it, I might splurge for the mount. It's not that expensive, but I don't want to buy the mount until I determine if I like this or not, and or if I just need to spend the money on a Garmin, which I don't want to. So we'll see. Let me hook that up quick. I'll just show you a quick sneak peek of that. Then we'll wrap up this video on the bark busters and the lights. So just a quick look. This is Gaia GPS. Gotta play around with that still. You know, it honestly doesn't look too bad. I mean, the color's a little desaturated. The resolution isn't the greatest, and obviously it's a little laggy, but for the price, we're gonna try it. So we'll do another video on this, especially once, you know, we can actually go out. I mean, we could go out. It's just a little rainy and cold today. So look, next weekend's looking pretty good. So I'm hoping to be out next weekend riding, actually doing some test riding on this thing, just make sure everything's good, find some dirt roads, things like that. So fog lights, aim those. We'll talk about those a little more next time too, but overall that kit went on pretty well. Just a couple modifications. Bark busters are on there now. We got our CarPlay device to play with next time. Gonna let that battery charge, and thank you guys for being here while I'm trapped inside my garage. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the support lately. Check out any of the other videos on the channel that you think you like. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe. Should probably throw another one of those in there somewhere in the video, but subscribe, please. I'm going to keep making content. Now that the warmer weather is here, we can start making some riding videos and do a little more than just wrenching on the bikes, adding some farkles and things like that. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Magnum Mole, out.